Hey, I'm Dr. Lori Peterbach, and today we're going to talk a little bit about why come to relationship counseling. Maybe you're thinking, I'm not really sure if I need this, or maybe your spouse worked up the nerve to say, hey, I think we need this. And once the shock wore off, or you got done stomping off and sulking because it's kind of a freaky thing, you start thinking, well, maybe we do need it. And people are afraid of counseling. They're really afraid of relationship counseling. Well, why would that be? Well, statistics tell us that the average couple waits 5.5 years between when the problems start and when they come to counseling. 5.5 years are a lot of days of rehearsing being unhappy, bitter, resentful. You can get really good at being bitter and resentful in 5.5 years. That leads to another fear. You hear about people who go to counseling and then they got divorced. Well, if they waited 5.5, 6 years being bitter and resentful and then went to counseling, maybe the damage was done. Doesn't mean that the damage is done. In fact, very often marriages can be fixed. I wouldn't have gotten a PhD in family psychology if I didn't believe in the power of relationships and how precious they are. So what's going to happen? Well, as I said in a different video, you get a lot of paperwork, you come in, we ask some questions. One of the first questions I ask couples, and I tell them, this is probably the most important question I'm going to ask you, which everybody kind of steps back, like, oh, what is she going to say? Is it going to be too personal? It's intensely personal. Are you here to make it better? Or are you here just to be able to say, hey, I tried everything, even counseling. I'm out of here with a clear conscience. If people are there to truly make it better, it's a really good shot they're going to be able to make it better. That's what we're about. So, a lot of questions to get information. Where do we need to focus the work? Is the problem with the friendship having disintegrated because of years of lots of responsibility, lots of work, lots of life events? Is the problem that you lost your shared dream for the future and you need to build a new one, maybe because of changes, because of losses of health, losses of finances, changes in circumstances? Is the problem that there are some gridlock problems or you're just at loggerheads and you haven't figured out how to get past the fact that you can't agree and you have the same fights over and over? Counseling can be a way to learn the skills to get through that. And it's not my job to tell you how to solve the problem. It's my job to help you identify your strengths and learn some skills that you can use for whatever the problems are going to be from here on forward. Hope that's helpful to you in terms of taking a little bit of the mystery out. Thanks for visiting.